All my life I felt as if I wasn't quite normal. Has anyone else ever felt like that? Yeah? Alright. Well, I spent most of my childhood years feeling a little abnormal. I distanced myself from people. I had what I would call these episodes that I didn't really understand. I didn't have a lot of friends, nothing. As I grew up, it subsided. My teen years were pretty normal. I didn't really experience anything again until my early adulthood. Right after I got married, my husband and I were goofing off, and I remember this time, all of a sudden I felt as if I was having a heart attack. Came out of nowhere. We were happy, having a good time, and then I just knew I was gonna die. Not sure what happened. It passed and everything went back to normal. Well, in 2004, I experienced these episodes that landed me in the emergency room 3 times. By the 3rd time, I was diagnosed with panic attack disorder. After examining panic attack disorder and looking back over my life, I realized that's probably what was going on the whole time. So today I want to talk to you about anxiety and bring a little bit more awareness to it and kind of go over what it is, some symptoms, and some treatments for anxiety. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, 40 million U.S. citizens deal with anxiety. That's 18% of the population. Only 1/3 of adults dealing with anxiety get treatment, and only 1/5 of teenagers seek treatment. Women are more likely, twice as likely to get it as men are. And it is the most common mental illness in the United States. Anxiety is the body's natural response to a stressful situation or a fearful situation. For example, if there were a snake right here and I got scared, that would be a natural response. It's very normal. When those fears become debilitating to a point of where your overall life is affected, then it's a disorder. When it affects your sleep, the way you eat, the way you socialize, it becomes a disorder. There are many different symptoms of an anxiety disorder. There's heart palpitations, sweatiness, an overwhelming feeling of doom, loss of appetite, inability to sleep, and many more symptoms. Rapid breathing and hyperventilation, dry mouth, dizziness, trembling, shaking, and tension in your stomach is a main sign of that. There are also many different types of anxiety. There's generalized anxiety, which is just an irrational fear of something or a situation. There is phobias, which are when you are scared of a thing or a social situation. There's simple phobias and social phobias. Simple phobias are usually focused on snakes, spiders, heights, anything like that. And social phobias are more towards large crowds. To a point, sometimes people won't even go outside. There's also post-traumatic stress disorder. This is usually experienced by war heroes, people who've been in traumatic situations where they've seen people killed or almost been killed themselves. This can affect many, many people. There's also panic disorders, which is what I have. It's where the overwhelming feeling of dread becomes so bad that it's debilitating. You can't move, you can't eat, you can't sleep, all because of this irrational fear with no exact cause. Though we don't know the potential causes of anxiety, experts have come up with some very logical potential causes. Chemical imbalances in the brain is one. Ongoing stress for a long period of time, a traumatic event in your life, such as loss of a loved one or witnessing something pretty bad, abuse of alcohol or drugs can cause it. Another type of mental disorder can lead to having anxiety, such as depression and bipolar disorder. Thankfully, though, there are treatment options. There's many different options out there. There's psychotherapy, which includes cognitive behavior treatment, which they take the thing that you're scared of and present it to you in a different way, where you are more likely to understand it and accept it in your life, or even face it head on. And then there's medicine, which is the most popular of all the treatments. There's many different medicines out there to fit special needs. So, if you are experiencing any type of anxiety, there is hope, and I suggest that you go see a doctor and get started on the path to recovery. Thank you.